人點樣先可以冇煩惱呢？點樣先可以活得自在呢？一行禪師認為，行、住、坐、臥就係方法。每年成千上萬嘅人嚟學習，甚至改變國家元首、政客思維嘅一套禪修方式。
There are ways of breathing and sitting and looking and listening.
飄，由一個人到眾生，由眾生改變世界。清晨5點，喺法國波爾多梅村嘅禪堂，禪修人士嘅一日由坐禪開始。人係萬物之靈，但係同時，人亦係一種會胡思亂想、自尋煩惱嘅動物。有研究顯示，一個人平均每一日腦裏面產生嘅念頭多達7萬個。左思右想嘅時候，亦同時牽動喜、怒、哀、樂，令情緒起伏不安。坐禪就係要練習停止胡思亂想，同時亦要面對自己內心嘅各種情緒。
I have a lot of what they call monkey mind, where the mind is like a wild monkey just jumping from branch to branch, from thought to thought, feeling to feeling.
There's a lot of emotions like frustration or annoyance or sometimes a little bit of peace. Your mind gets confused and then your mind is fine.
31歲嘅 Michael 嚟自美國，學習咗坐禪8年。24歲嚟自荷蘭嘅 Christine 係 Michael 嘅女朋友。今次係佢哋第2次嚟法國梅村禪修，而法國人 Olivier 就係第1次嚟到梅村。坐禪係一種透過呼吸訓練自己專注力嘅方法。坐禪嘅時候，閉上雙眼，身體坐得端正，慢慢將人放鬆。透過專注自己嘅一呼一吸，令思緒集中，停止胡思亂想。利用呼吸帶我哋返回當下嘅此時此刻。不過對於世俗人，要令自己達到專注嘅境界，並唔係想象中咁簡單。
And at first, maybe I could do that for 1 second or 5 seconds. I think 8 years later, maybe if I'm lucky, I can do it for 30 seconds, or sometimes even a minute or 2.
Observing the breath is helpful because it gives you a point of focus. It means that every time your mind wanders, every time you think of something else, you can just say, back to the breathing.
當人靜落嚟嘅時候，種種嘅思緒、煩惱同問題就會慢慢浮現。禪修者亦係要通過坐禪，學習觀察同面對自己內在嘅問題。
Thai says to meditate is not to struggle with a problem, it's to observe. And your smile proves that you're being gentle with yourself and that you've achieved some peace.
靜能生智慧。一行禪師希望忙忙碌碌嘅世俗人能夠透過禪修嘅種種訓練， 了解同面對自己痛苦嘅根源，內心先會得到真正嘅快樂。
People suffer because they do not have the capacity to handle the suffering. They try to cover up the suffering. They try to run away from their suffering. That is why they need to consume a lot in order to forget the suffering, not to have to confront the suffering.
一行禪師希望將正念禪修帶到每一個人嘅生活當中。每年嘅夏季，嚟自世界各地嘅人都會專程嚟到法國波爾多梅村呢度參加禪修營，學習一行禪師尋找內心快樂嘅方法。
I think everyone has strong emotions. Everyone encounters frustration or anger or sadness in a way. And being here and hearing Tai talk about the breathing exercises again, they are, for me personally, so helpful to transform those negative emotions and go to happiness again.
Christine 係舞蹈員，而 Michael 係野外生物學家。8年前 ，Michael 睇過禪師嘅書之後，令佢發覺自己脾氣火爆，內心有太多憤怒同不滿。後來通過禪修，慢慢改善同朋友、同事之間嘅相處方法，人都開心咗。
I feel the same happiness in my heart, and I can feel myself slowing down as soon as I get here. And that's the same, I think, every time you come to Plum Village.
而 Olivier 係一位商人，同好多人一樣，人到中年，佢開始思考人生嘅方向。下半生何去何從呢？ Olivier 希望喺禪修中得到啟發。
And I'd heard a lot about Thich Nhat Hanh's work before, so I felt that this was the right place to come because I knew that I would benefit.
禪修者可以選擇參加1個星期嘅短期訓練，或者體驗長達1個月嘅禪修生活。喺一行禪師同弟子嘅帶領之下，禪修者學習點樣將禪修喺行、住、坐、卧嘅日常生活裏面去實踐禪修。每日早上，一行禪師都會親自帶領禪修者行禪，學習將呼吸嘅訓練喺步行中實踐。
I think for me, walking meditation is maybe one of the strongest elements of the Plum Village practice.
行禪嘅路線好隨意自然，禪師通常同大家慢慢由山頂嘅禪堂，沿住清幽嘅山路小徑，行到山腳，行3步吸氣，然後行3步再呼氣，專注喺每一個呼吸，每一下踏步。呢一種亦係訓練禪修者專注力嘅方法。
Just really calms me down, and it can be much easier than sitting meditation. Whereas in walking meditation, you have your breathing and your footsteps.
讓呼吸帶領大家返回當下，靜靜咁享受生存嘅每一刻。
I find walking meditation one of the most joyful ways of meditating because you really connect with the earth. When you sit, you can feel that you're grounded as well when you lay down, but when you walk and you realize that you arrive every moment that you put your feet down.
禪修者學習放低喺城市急速嘅步伐同焦躁嘅情緒，開始明白到可以用唔同嘅方法去平靜自己嘅情緒。
Because I think it helps you come back to the moment and creates a bit of space for you to remember your body and you feel nourished and you're with yourself and you're happy with yourself, then you're better able to, you're more calm and more easy in your day-to-day life.
佢哋帶住煩惱同困惑嚟到梅村，究竟禪修會為佢哋帶嚟乜嘢改變呢？
You see your own suffering, and it becomes easier to empathize and accept the suffering of other people.
一行禪師更加為企業家、政客、國家元首舉辦禪修營，推動和平。陣間繼續飄。距離法國梅村禪修營大約20公里嘅古城貝爾熱拉克，曾經係一個宗教基地。呢度見證住羅馬天主教嘅改革。呢一座有超過900年歷史嘅聖雅各伯教堂，因為一場宗教革命而被破壞。呢度嘅居民信奉羅馬天主教，但係喺16世紀，反天主教人士出現，將呢度嘅天主教建築拆毀。去到17世紀，法國君主路易13下令不同教派嘅人要和平共處，平息宗教衝突。而由19世紀開始，呢座莊嚴嘅聖母教堂就成為貝爾熱拉克嘅地標，繼續引領世人作靈性嘅追尋。人作為萬物之靈，喺唔同嘅年代、唔同嘅文化背景、唔同嘅地域，都會透過唔同嘅形式作靈性嘅追尋。面對自己嘅生老病死，面對世界嘅天災人禍，我哋充滿疑問。透過靈性嘅追求，我哋希望揾到答案。喺梅村，嚟自世界各地嘅人，希望透過禪修，為人生嘅疑問尋找答案。禪修營過嘅係最基本嘅生活。由於宿位有限，好多參加者都會喺梅村度紮營。已經係第2次嚟禪修嘅 Michael 同 Christine， 今次亦帶備咗自己嘅帳幕，喺梅村寧靜嘅環境當中尋找內心嘅覺醒。
Now is the time to go to Plum Village because I was at a point in my career and in my life where I was looking to deepen my spiritual practice.
喺禪修營嘅1日3餐，都係由僧人同參加者輪流負責，提供嘅係最基本同健康嘅素食。飯堂裡面係禁語嘅，食飯嘅時候大家都唔可以講説話。一行禪師希望禪修者要好好珍惜同感恩每一口食物，呢啲食物滋養住我哋嘅生命。食物唔可以浪費，而用過嘅食具都要自己清潔。喺梅村，人人平等，無論你係大有錢人定係大老闆，你都會被分派去做各種雜務，好似洗廁所、打掃、園藝等等。呢一日 Olivier 就被分派去做切菜嘅工作。
Whether it's washing up or preparing food, everything can be a meditation and everything is an opportunity to practice.
工作時，希望禪修者明白到喺日常生活裏面，每一個細節都可以係修練。 只要專注做好每一件事，再沉悶嘅工作都會有所得着。
Although you're doing something which seems very difficult to do or boring to do or that you don't want to do, like washing up a pan, you can still bring your whole spirit and your mindfulness to it. So that's what I've learned.
鐘聲一響，喺梅村，無論你做緊乜嘢，只要聽到鐘聲，都要立即停落嚟。禪師希望透過呢啲鐘聲，提醒禪修者要學懂活在當下。喺日常繁忙嘅生活中，都要懂得停落嚟，靜一靜，返回當下一刻。
Because if you are quiet, your mind is like still water of the pond, and you can reflect the moon properly.
而對於禪修者嚟講，喺梅村最珍貴嘅經驗，就係可以有機會親身聽到一行禪師嘅講學。面對完全唔同嘅文化背景，嚟自世界各地嘅禪修者，一行禪師會將艱深嘅佛理以簡單易明嘅方法去講解。
When Thai talks, he always makes it very, I won't say simple because it's not simple at all, but it's very understandable. So it's super practical, actually, to take what he says and take his wise words and put them into action when you actually need them.
對於人生嘅疑問，唔同人有唔同嘅答案。經歷禪修訓練之後，Olivier 為自己往後嘅人生揾到尋找平靜同快樂嘅方法。
I think now when I do things that are very daily, brush my teeth or do the washing up at home, I can think anything I do, I can make it a practice.
Michael 同 Christine， 佢哋兩個人學懂善待自己，同時亦希望將呢種正面嘅影響帶俾其他人。
You see your own suffering, and it becomes easier to empathize and accept the suffering of other people, of friends, of loved ones, of the coworker that made me angry.
I hope that if people see that it makes me happy, that they will be inspired to be happy also. 呢一度係梅村其中一個最大嘅禪堂。喺度除咗有東方嘅禪堂佈置，更加有西方彩繪玻璃裝飾，講述佛陀嘅故事。禪修營尾聲嘅大型正念午餐就喺呢度舉行。正念午餐由一行禪師親自帶領，人與人之間嘅關係，以及世界嘅萬事萬物都息息相關。呢30年嚟，一行禪師特別為社會上有重大影響力嘅人士，好似企業家、心理學家、教師、警察，舉辦禪修課程，希望透過佢哋影響其他人。而為咗推動世界和平，一行禪師更曾經為美國嘅國會議員以及印度嘅政治家提供禪修訓練，希望透過佢哋嘅改變，令世界更加和平。
When they come to a peace negotiation, if they know how to practice, they will be able to see their own worries, angers, suspicion, suffering. And if they do, they can see the anger, the suspicion of the other side. And if they know how to calm themselves, they'll be able to reach a kind of agreement that can help bring about peace.
飄係由個人到眾生， 由眾生改變世界。片山嘅向日葵傳來陣陣歌聲。
Hàng vàng bông hoa ngoằn nhìn về phương đông chói sáng.
真空法師追隨一行禪師50年，以生命拯救同胞，耗盡青春，為眾生而飄。
This body is not me. I am not caught in this body. I am life without boundary.
看破生死，一生無悔。下一集真空法師飄嘅故事。